Hey there, Aries. This is a general reading for mid-April 2022. We're going to start off by looking at some oracle cards to find out what you can release, what you can embrace, and how to prepare for the rest of the month. And then we will get into particulars with the tarot cards. So in terms of what you can release, you have Bakakujira, misfortune. So for some of you, perhaps you are getting over some events that are not so pleasant, and perhaps you're helping other people as well. In terms of what you can embrace, you have abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. So this card kind of talks about getting rid of limiting beliefs, limiting mindsets, and really not buying into the idea that life has to be hard. Perhaps that's part of the misfortune that is being released. And in terms of preparing for the rest of the month, you have grounding. Go deep, explore your roots. Sense of kind of paying attention to yourself, connecting with nature, perhaps time to meditate. But we will see what the tarot cards say about these aspects. So, for misfortune, in terms of what you can release, let's get into that. You have the Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, this might have to do with seeking a new avenue of like work. With Page of Wands, it's about adventure, movement, being curious about what's around you. The Seven of Pentacles, that's kind of investing in something and hoping it'll have like a good outcome. Three of Pentacles is kind of working with others to highlight your skills, perhaps working together for like to do something that you couldn't really do on your own. So because there's the Page of Wands there, it's a sense of like curiosity about your ability to, do a project. Perhaps this is something new for you, new job, maybe put on a new team. But we'll do some clarifications after we go through the groundwork for each of these. So let's look at embracing abundance. What's that about? You have the Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. It's an interesting combination because Ace of Pentacles is about a gift of manifesting something into creation, a new job, a new home, a new friendship, a new relationship. It can also be a card of prosperity ahead. And the Three of Wands is kind of about moving forward and expanding for success. But the Seven of Swords is more about typically, it's liar, stealer, cheater vibes. But here, it's almost as if it could be in some degree imposter syndrome. Perhaps you are kind of recognizing that you don't need to kind of work so hard, that you do get credit for what you've been doing. For others, it might be that you feel that you haven't been seen. For others, it might just be like, don't trust someone who's kind of shady. Although things, life is abundant, and thinking in terms of, what you want, you already have. You just need to know how to access it. Even though that might be the case, still don't listen to swindlers. Let's look at this grounding. Go deep, explore your roots. You have 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, King of Pentacles. So with the Wands, there's a lot of energy there. 8 of Wands is definitely a lot of movement and action moving forward. It can also be fast communications, like emails, text messages. With the 5 of Wands, it's a sense of conflict and chaos. It also can just be, growing pains with, dealing with co-workers. Perhaps some of you dealing with social workers, I don't know. And also just your social circle. With the King of Pentacles, it's almost as if that is a parent figure, a mentor, someone that perhaps you had learned from on how to be kind of successful, secure in terms of finances, and possibly even a good business person. So we'll clarify with that. With the grounding, it just seems like perhaps you need to just take some, like I said, some downtime, meditate, relax, take care of yourself. But let's look at the 7 of Pentacles over here in this misfortune, releasing misfortune. You have 5 of Wands, and this card says competition on it. So it could be that the 5 of Wands, the different ideas that people have, even maybe your own ideas and priorities and goals changing, are affecting or had been affecting a project that you had started, new job. It doesn't necessarily seem like this is relationship based or romantic wise or friendship wise. Let's see what the 3 of Pentacles is about. 6 of Discs, or 6 of Pentacles, generosity. It seems like this is figuring out the wants and needs of multiple individuals to create some final project, whether it's a group project, team project, but it seems that this has kind of been, I don't know, cause for concern for you. And let's see about the Page of Wands here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's about kind of ups and downs, change, and seems with the Page of Wands having this view of being curious about you know, other people's ideas, being curious about the goals that you're trying to meet, and just preparing for the fact that there will be changes in the project and ups and downs. It seems that that's the releasing of misfortune. It's just kind of recognizing that this is for now, and just kind of express yourself the way you need to express yourself. Recognize that everyone has their wants and needs, and that this is just for now, and look at it as a learning experience. So for this abundance, let's take a look at that Seven of Swords individual. You have Four of Discs, stability. So that with the Seven of Swords, it still has a ring of imposter syndrome to it, where you need to feel like stable, and perhaps financially wise, you're trying to save enough money to do something. Perhaps you're not telling someone what that is. Perhaps you're not even quite sure what that is. But basically, with this card of abundance saying your supply is unlimited, you know, if you're doing something or planning something that's not on the up and up, you know, recognize that there's no need for that. But I feel that this is more so that you don't need to hide the fact that you're saving money, that you're just starting out. That's not anything to be, you know, embarrassed of, to try to hide. Everyone has times where they need to save and feel a bit more secure in their finances. So let's take a look at this Ace of Pentacles. You have Queen of Swords. So here it may be that someone will be able to kind of give you some honest communication, feedback, help you come up with a business plan, create ideas for pursuing a new job, a new project, whatever this new value that is kind of coming to you. It also could be someone that will help you kind of create a different viewpoint of how you look at things, this more of a abundant mindset as well. So that would be someone who might be like a professor, mentor, counselor, something along those lines. Even an attorney of some sort, maybe helping you even set up like contracts, or for creating a business or getting a new condo, something along those lines. Because with the Three of Wands, it's about expansion, but it can be also a sense of like moving. So here we have this card here. We have Prince of Cups, introspection. This card is kind of the equivalent of the Knight of Cups. So some type of message of love, creativity, imagination. For some of you, it could be a new business. It still kind of fits with that. For others, it could be also moving for a new job, possibly a new relationship. But basically, it seems that good things are coming your way. And when it comes to connecting with others, expanding, it's almost as if For some of you, it's like an PR, ads, some type of new business that you're pursuing. And it seems like good things will happen, especially if you kind of follow some creativity, have a sense of reasonable analysis when it comes to your finances. So let's look at this grounding. The Eight of Wands, Five of Wands, and King of Pentacles. Let's look at the Five of Wands. I guess this card. You have the Queen of Cups. Intuition. So here I would say with the Queen of Cups, that definitely is about dealing with your emotions, kind of relying on your intuition and a sense of healing. Here I'm sensing that the Five of Wands, when there's conflict with others, when there's conflict within yourself, it's really use the Queen of Cups, that use your intuition to take some time for yourself, show yourself some care, some love, and try to kind of get a sense of what the problem really is. Is it just people that are trying to assert their ideas and they're trying to figure out what's best for everyone? Are you trying to figure out what you want? And kind of tap into your intuition that way. So let's look at the Eight of Wands here. You have the Strength card. So here you're gonna get some type of communication where you really need to have some courage, some strength, some recognition that you have to kind of gather yourself together and decide, what it is you want to say, what it is you want to communicate, what direction you're wanting to go in. So it could be that this grounding, preparing for the end of April, is just getting you to get in touch with yourself, figure out what it is you want, your good qualities, your bad qualities, recognize all of them, embrace all of them, so that when it comes to, putting yourself out there, responding, communicating, then you're in a good position. So let's take a look at this King of Pentacles. You have Three of Discs. It works. So you have the Three of Pentacles over here. So it's almost as if this might have to do with a work project or a school project, something along those lines, where it's as if there's different issues that are popping up, and at the end you can come out looking like you really mastered all the chaos, that you grew, learned something from the process, taught others in that process. But there also can be someone else that is helping you to coordinate this. Maybe someone like, a manager, professor, an advisor of some sort. But basically, it seems that if you can kind of make sure you are on top of things, that you are being reasonable, allowing other people to kind of do what they need to do, staying on the up and up, and recognizing that you just need to when you feel the need, take some time, focus on what it is that you need to accomplish, and kind of deal with any kind of conflicts from the heart, and a sense of like understanding and receiving the information, as opposed to being someone that's just asserting a bunch of dominance out here. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your mid-April, rest of the month of April, and to get a clearer picture of things, be sure to check out the readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. We'll see you next time. Take care.